welcome to Darlo to the Prem, episode number 17. And yes, I've had a bit of a trim. We're obviously Football League now, so we've got to make ourselves a bit more presentable. We might be on TV more than twice a season, so you never know. So we'll start with some brilliant news. Southend have beaten Boreham Wood. Sorry, Joe Barton, but I didn't want you in the league. So that's the good news. And obviously, my director of football is starting to bring in some staff. It's not something that I look at. So we'd leave director of football for the time being. Once we've we've grown enough, and we've got a technical director, he will then be responsible for bringing the staff in. But until then, our director of football is going to be busy. We'll now get on to our season review. Hopefully it's just around the corner. Okay, so we've not really got a season review. We've just got news. So here we go then. So the best 11, who's been elected? So Sam Walker in goal, Big Jerry up top, Terrell Angieman in midfield, Carter Pennington and Ben Compton the central defenders, and our left back Prince Anchipong have been selected to be part of the proud 11. So we can see then that Walker and Anchipong in the left back, Lavery and Siddiq were last year's centre backs, and Angieman was a midfielder this year, but obviously appeared in 2 or 3 games as right back, so he's come in there. So that really tells you the strength of our right backs. Nathan Simpson's in, the man who we're never going to mention, the man who caused me headaches, brought players into the club because trying to appease him. Hopefully he'll disappear off this list very soon. Tommy Neal out on loan, go in at the end of the season. Ngandu's already gone. Big Jerry in on loan, and Donaldson has already been sold. Kalichi has been out on loan, coming back. Pennington, Taylor Hart is another one going. Caden Kelly, he doesn't know it yet, he's going. Mitch Curry, probably my big regret not re-signing him, having him up top. He would have been better than what we did have. Ben Crompton and Cedric Main, who I can't even remember. Oh, yes, I can remember. Somebody who was bought for £10,000 by the previous management. So that's our best 11 season review. Well, we won Panorama National League. We achieved a points total of 88 points. I wonder how many years. I will only see. Last season, the winners got 97, runners-up got 85, so yeah, we're a bit down. Chesterfield won it with 103 there as well. So we'd have been good enough for second place in that season, but I was going to say it's quite an average league this year. I'd have suggested the fact that we were predicted to finish 23rd. We went on a decent run in the middle of the season that just got us into the playoff spots, and then we had that period of 4 or 5 games where we won, and we moved ahead with Boreham Wood, and then finished the season so badly that we both basically tripped over, and we actually fell into the Football League, and Southend have beaten Joey Barton's team. So we're paid out, and now we can start the transfers. So finance wise, sponsors, we've got a new main kit sponsor, so that's improved. It was at 24, so we're not looking particularly good there. So we're expecting our turnover to be the best part of 3 million and expenditure to be part of 3 million and make a small profit. And our total wage bill at 1.5 million. So we can see that we're committed to 16,000. That will come down. It'll then go back up with the promotion pay rises. There are a few of them, unfortunately, that have got that. Looking at the squad, he said we had the 10 players out of contract. I think one or two of these, who was it? I'm sure. Oh, there's Charlie Undo as well. He's out the door. And then I'm suggesting that we'll get rid of both Tom Laver and Caden Kelly. That'll save best part of 1,500 there. In all honesty, if anyone comes in and bids anything, it's like, I'm not turning down 100,000 for Terrell Wang, you man. Never mind something like 400,000. Carter Pennington, I might turn down 1.5K, but anything sort of towards 6 figures. And I said this at the beginning of last season last season. It's now a time that we're going to have to rotate these players out of the club for 6-figure fees just to maintain a balance. So the hope is that I'll be able to get rid of 1 or 2 players, hopefully of some kind of decent value. And if we get that money in, I think we can reinvest 30% of it. So I shouldn't think we'll pay any transfers. So we'll most likely increase it up into the wage budget, but I won't tinker with that until we've actually gone into the red on the wage budget. But that's the general plan. The window's open for the National League, and we're now just tinker along until basically the 1st of July, when all the big boys release their players, and we'll see who we can pick up. And hopefully a new director of football will be in and can actually spot a few bargains. So we'll catch up soon. Right, so here we are. We're just about at the start of the new season. The rankings have come in, and we have got another half a star. So we can see that Maidstone, similar to us, in National League South. And then scroll up. Ebbsfleet, they're similar to us in League 2, assuming they didn't get relegated. And then you look at the League 2 clubs, they're all got 2 stars. So I suspect we are going to be the worst ranking team in the league, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare trying to get players. But that said, we'll still get them. So some news. Carter Pennington, 2 offers for him, 170,000. That was Charlton in the end. It's about 170,000, so 100,000 up front, and then some backloaded stuff, including 50% sell-on. Lucas Stevenson, sad to see him go, but 200,000. Like I said, it's one of those we need to generate some funds. Was there the promotion wage rise as well, so 50%. So that would have been 650 quid on top. So he's already our biggest earner. So him going out the door is a good saving. Carter Pennington, he was on 525 with 10% plus 35% promotion. So by selling them, we're bringing in some much needed funds. We're at 280,000. Haven't touched anything there. The director of football tried to sign Aaron Pickles. I was waiting for the scout report, and it's not looking too good. So we will be cancelling that one. We can cancel that one now. I'm not spending 350 quid on a guy that is quite clearly useless. And this is some other news. Takeovers. So our friendly chairman could be stepping aside. So we'll see what happens there. And there's the news that Stevenson's joining Plymouth. So 200,000 plus an extra 30%. 60 grand into our budget. Thank you very much. And good night. We'll answer that in a moment. So 94,000 there. The overall bank balance is looking decent, and we've dropped down now to 14,000, and we're coming up to a week away now from the beginning of free transfers. So that's going to be the key time. I should imagine we will lose Carter Pennington in that time as well. We did have an offer to loan him back, but let's face it, he was a decent panorama player. He's got no pace. He's a tall lad, but his heading wasn't great. And he was on a part-time contract. I think he might actually be full-time. I've not seen anything, but I'm on a full-time contract. We look at the staff. And we can see they're all full-time. So it could be now that we are full-time and we just start needing to change the player contract. So there's certainly 10 out of contract, and another couple leave. Well, Charlie Ondo's already left, so there will be a fair proportion of the squad on full-time contracts, assuming we are a full-time professional side. So we'll catch back in a week's time unless something major happens. Right, before we actually get to the main transfers, we've obviously got a bit of squad news. We are only allowed a maximum of 22 players in the squad, and a min 8 trained in England. So we've got very few trained by the club because, quite frankly, they're all not very good. Other bits of news, nothing to do with me. They've decided to partner up with Middlesbrough. It's going to give us 33,000. I won't look to use the affiliate at all, but having an extra few quid coming in each year is going to help us. And all important, what's it going to cost us? So various players and myself have had promotion pay rises, and the finances now look at 20,000. So not as good as it did previously. Of these, Caden Kelly, he's on the transfer list. Hopefully we'll get some interest in him. Carter Pennington's on his way out. What's he up to now? So his contract is 775. Aaron Bott, that's one that hurts us a bit, 825. He's coming back from a loan. Abbas, 250 isn't too bad. Ben Crompton, I suspect we'll get rid of Ben Crompton as soon as a bid comes in for him. Pharrell Willis, 1.4. That's right. Why am I looking there when I could just click here? So, Harry Wood, Pharrell Willis, Torrell Agneman. Look at Caden Kelly, 1,300 a week. That's just bonkers. I was stupid to get him to sign on. He played so well in that Panorama North, and that's one of the key things is you must remember, if you're going to get promoted with a chance for promotion, don't offer them contracts. They're just not good enough. So, to be honest, anyone over £1,000, I don't mind selling. And then we've got a number of players like Owen Gallagher. He's on the list. Several going. Aaron Bott, when he comes back, will be on the transfer list again. Ooh, look. Yeah, if he wants to go out on loan, that's fine by me. So, we'll see what happens in the next week or so. All in all, we've got £5,000, which should increase to about £10,000 if we change our transfers. That might push an extra couple of grand as well. So we've got some wiggle room, and no doubt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players will be sold as well. Hopefully, anyway. Right, we will join back on the 1st of July. Right, so here we are, 1st of July, and we've had a bit of a clear out. Apparently, we're currently spending 17 and committed to spending 21, so that's a big amount of wages committed somewhere else. And the only player that I've seen is Stephen Gold. Ah, there we go. We're offering £2,500 away. Let's walk away then. I shouldn't have gone there. Oh well, Stephen Gold is somebody I am interested in. By the looks of it, we're not going to get anywhere near him now. But we'll see. So he was on my shortlist. He does look very good. He's going to be a decent striker. We'll see if anything comes of it. If it does, great. If it doesn't, say la vie. Jake Waitley, definitely not. So that's the director of football has instigated those. We've got Tom Lavery with a beard of 50,000, hopefully going out. Sam Graham's just about to go out on. No, it's Abbas. It's just about to go out on loan. And Reino Socolici, we've had a £28,000 bid in for him as well. So we're doing a bit of work here and there. We've signed Luke Porticelli. So he doesn't look bad. Central midfielder, certainly a decent enough squad player. So should fit in there. And we've obviously got rid of Carter Pinnington as well. So, and the back end of there, we sold Lucas Stevenson. So I suspect we'll be in fairly decent shape. And it's now, oh, there's the Abbas one. 90% of his wages plus £104. So that's quite decent for a striker that we're not really interested in. Looking at the squad now, Harry Wood is our star man. And with it being said, he can play. So yeah, he's a central midfielder really. So we will have to play him in central midfield. So that will sort of dictate what kind of formation we play. We have Pharrell Willis out on the left, who is a good League Two player. And then everyone else. Oh, Lucas De Bolly could be a decent League Two player as well. So with him being a central though, it's the difficulty. It's the tactics that it could be that we just do that. De Bolly, Willis, and Wood as the three players we build around everyone else. So Sam Walker's going to go. Crompton will stick around for the moment. Wood will change to there. Romaine Sawyers, I want to get rid of. Simpson, looking at his abilities now. What's it showing? Decent panorama. Let's stick him on the list. If we can get anything like that, that'll be great. Pharrell Willis, yes. So, and Lucas De Bolly. Easy. We'll stick him in Ganch, and that's basically our side so far. So we are missing a lot of players, but it's now free transfer window, so it's time to go off and start bringing in a few players on trial. So again, we'll have our team being completely unfit, but it's going to be, we'll just have to get a few more friendlies, get the under 18s playing and put the players that we want in our first 11 in those sort of squads to get them fit. But we'll check back once we've made a few more signings. Right, so here we are just about a week before the end of the transfer window. Well, the week before the start of the season, sorry. It's been hard graft with getting transfers over the line. We can see, and I can't remember when, but Adam Abbas has gone out on loan. and then 2 of the youngsters have both left the club, so John Graham and Leighton Byron. So nothing of any importance there. And of course we signed Luke Porticelli a little while ago. So Nathan Shaw has come in. He's a right winger. He's about the best I could get. Isaac Member doesn't look a bad prospect. Part of the overloaded midfield. We've got Tremaine Eastman, another one in the overloaded midfield. We've brought in a youngster, Varel George, on 325 a week. He's a striker. We are short in numbers there. And we've just brought in Dan Sassy. So he's come in, centre back, looks quite a prospect. All in all, we are struggling for players. Which one are we? It's that one that we're looking at. So goalkeeper wise, haven't been able to find one. The ones I've found either want 4 or 5 grand a week or just rubbish. Right back, there is one potential coming in, and of course Isaac Mbeya can play there. He's actually described as a right back. So yes, we're looking at right back. Centre backs, we are down to Ben Crompton and the new boy Dan Sassy, so they'll be there. We obviously then need to try and find some backup. So Toby Amal coming in on loan. Perhaps we'll see if he's got any kind of ability there. Left back, again, we are struggling. There is it this? No, George Kent was the full. There is a guy that we've got a contract offer for. So we'll see if anything happens there. Midfield, I'm quite happy with. Ideally, we'd like another sort of right winger, but Farrell Willis can play over there. Harry Wood can play out there. Lucas DeBolly can play there. Down the left, we've obviously got Farrell. That's our main man there. And Ethan McLeod at a push can come in and play any of these front row positions. And yes, we got a bit desperate. We kept Ethan McLeod around. And then up top, Varel George has come in. He's our best prospect at the moment. We've looked at so many players, offered a number, and just not been able to find someone. So it might be that we actually go after this guy. He's just come in on loan. Looks as if he could play, but again, he's not the greatest. He's a Vanarama national, so, and it's the biggest area that we struggled with last season. So we are effectively having all these problems because of our reputation. I'm guessing we're going to need to spend a year in League Two. So it would be nice to push on and just go through the league like we have done in the last couple of years. But I don't see that happening. And another season in League Two, chance to put a few more building blocks in place and hopefully get the reputation bump. Some of the players that I have wanted to sign, I've offered contracts to, and they've signed for National League sides. So we are competing everywhere and failing a lot, apparently. So there's still a week or 10 days, whatever it is, left of this off season. So we'll try and get 1 or 2 more players over the line. It would certainly help for squad registration. I tried to register a squad when it asked, and I ended about 9 players that I could register. So I've had to go out and bump in youth team players, stick the goalkeepers in. So we're up to about 16 players, and some of those, Simpson's in there, but to go in. We've got 1, 2. Yeah, Caden Kelly I'm not interested in, and we've got 2 under 21 players in there that don't need to be registered. So we've got the slots, we've got some budget left. We've committed to 21. with the offers we've got out with a few players. It's up to 24, so we've got a couple of grand there, and it's now just whether I can spend it or not. And the other one, of course, is extending Harry Wood and Pharrell Willis, our two players that came up with us last year that are any decent. So we'll see. The rest of it, it's up in the air, and hopefully we'll be able to bring in one or two players, perhaps look in the loan market, just to pad the squad out, and fingers crossed it'll be enough to sort of see us safely in mid-table. Certainly the players that we have got here, there is some ability, and hopefully if we can get them playing in some decent formation, we might actually be able to muster out, like I say, enough wins to finish in a comfortable mid-table position where we're not ever troubled by relegation. And that's obviously the aim for this year, and fingers crossed we get that reputation bump that we're after, and next season is going to be a lot well, hopefully will be a lot easier to bring the players in. But there we go, that's the end of this video. So thanks for watching, and come back soon for our next episode where we'll be kicking off in our League 2 season. So thanks for watching, and see you soon. Glory!